Okay, so today we practiced for the test that is going to be on Thursday. Oh, sorry, welcome functions. We went ahead and practiced these, and I would like you to hit pause, and I'd like you to try this. Now remember, this part right here, this is meeting. And this part right here is going to be progressing. So that's progressing. So go ahead and hit pause, and we will go through this. All right, so what we're going to do is for this first part, we are going to use those special triangles we learned. Now remember, I'm going to start like this. There, I know these aren't perfect, so this is my perfect right triangle. I'm going to make this a 45, so then this must be 45. And remember, this is half of a square, so this must be 1, this must be 1, and then this has to be the square root of 2. Then I'm going to do my 30, 60, 90. Ooh, sorry, a little shaky there. So this is 2, this is 1, so this has to be the square root of 3. And remember, this is going to be our 60, and then this will be our 30. The reason why it's on top is we started with that equilateral and cut it in half, right? So if we're looking at tangent of 45, we're looking at this one. That would be opposite over adjacent, which is 1 over 1, and we simplify that to 1. The sine of 60, we're looking at this. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse, so we have the square root of 3 over 2. That looks like there we go. Then we have the cotangent of 30. Cotangent is adjacent over opposite, and we're looking, so our adjacent is going to be the square root of 3 over our, square root of 3 over 1, which is just equal to the square root of 3. And then our cosecant of 45. Cosecant is the the reciprocal to sine. So sine is opposite over hypotenuse, so cosecant has to be hypotenuse, which is the square root of 2 over 1, which is just the square root of 2. Okay, so we're going to graph these. So when I get when I find the least positive measure in degrees, I am just going to add 360 degrees to that one, and I'm going to get 342, I think it is. Yeah. That is going to be the least positive. And this one, I am going to subtract 720, and I'm going to get 112 degrees. So those are going to be the least positive of those angles. Now, to graph them, I'm only going to graph them. So I'm going to graph negative 18 first. So we start with our graph, and we always start on this initial side. This initial side tells us where we're starting. But now I'm going negative. So negative means I start down. So I'm going to start here, and 18 degrees is about right there. Oops. So I'm going to draw my ray, and then I'm going to make sure I have my little arrow saying that I'm going down. So here, I'll draw it right here so you can see it better. So there's an arrow there. You have to have both of those things. And then this would be negative 18 degrees. Then I'm going to draw the 340 truth. So I'm still going to start here. It's a positive angle. So I'm going to go up. So I'm going to start here. This would be 90, 180, 270, and then it's going to be about right there, and boom. And again, I'm going to have my little arrow pointing that way. Now, notice that they're basically in the same spot, but that's because they're co-terminal. They're sharing the same ray, even though I went about it a different way. So this would be a positive 342 degrees. So you want to be careful with that. I always suggest graphing it. So let's graph this 832. So I'm going to graph a positive 832 degrees. That's an 8, not a 5. So we're going to start right here, and we got 360, 720, and then the difference between 832 and 720 is 112, so it's going to be about right here. So my angle is right there, and I have an arrow. So what this is asking right here is, so that would be my 832 degrees because I went around that many times. Let's see if I can get this to change colors. So what that's asking right here is, what is this angle right here? If you started right here, if I can get it to draw, started right here and went to here. Well, that would be 112. So that's what that question is asking. So we covered that. I'm going to go ahead and post the worksheet that we worked on for review. The answer key is on the last page. If you have any questions, please come to class with those questions. Otherwise, I hope you have a great night, and I will see you all tomorrow. And if I don't get to see you tomorrow, I will see you the next time I get to see you.